Chào cả nhà. Okay, thank you for that. So this 24-hour study, we do had it roadmap. It's a journey. It's a romance. Map path. It's a roadmap. Can you write with me? You can write road map. It's going on together. This is a journey, and every journey we want to get where we want in a simple way, and we get in a lot. It's a romance. Okay, so this is the roadmap, special roadmap. That's how Ray. That's how Ray raise our inner awareness. It is the roadmap raise our inner awareness about our emotion, about the aroma to raise our about our relationship of people, our relationship with money. So it's a roadmap, and we stick a roadmap have and happiness very simply and get a lot. And anyway, we're looking like an alien to get a call. We could get to a call with me to be a healthy and happy human being, and kill back is the layer. Agree to total drawing that I do to a layer. And to good at when I do going on to together at the romance that step by step to we can peel back a layer of the onion to get to know the phobia to get can achieve the kind of life to really want, like good health and to go to happiness. Okay, and so to make this sharing effective, to make a sharing effective, I'd like you to consider simply enjoy learning. Make it fun and enjoy learning. Enjoy learning, okay? I'm sharing knowledge and you're receiving knowledge. If you have a question, can you raise your hand? And by asking question, not only you give credit, but you have me to attitude. And basically, and enjoy learning, have question. And I want to draw attention to something called a curve of remembering. Curve of memory. Remembering. So first of all, to remembering and draw the curve of technique learning. This is you're gonna say percent of knowledge as we learn. This is the number they have been proven by science ecology that if we spend, let's say, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is about 50%. If we learn something, especially something new concept, but we have learned before, what happened that as we go through time of learning, our knowledge degree go down. Okay, but at some point, if we stop learning again, if we start to go down. Okay, so if our quick learning is 100%, what if we don't reveal it? What happens is that no, one day, don't forget a last part of it. But today we get a part of it. About 3 days, you will have part of it. By end of 7, you don't remember anything. Why any do that? The theory every week and participant coming in and some new going on. Okay, so in order for us to repeat it or relearn, what we do is that in allowing our lateral forgetting. The proper one is the curve of forgetting, for curve of remember being. But we don't, what did I do to we learn? If we always learn, what happened? What we do is writing part of the way right here. All the time. We then and a way to do that, it while you're in the Zoom, when you're listening every few minutes, just review it. Just repeat what I say without thinking about it. If we mean it with anything kind of, then by you listening and repeat it, include what I said right now, and repeating all what I've been saying. And if you repeating and just learn all day long, then you're gonna be writing this part of the way always, and you get be remember a lot of it. And then end of the day, when you before you to go to sleep, review the day. Talk to yourself and repeat what you just learned, so that tomorrow you could still be really high. Okay, get their idea, right? Any impression about that? Any question? Any question? Just me presenting this area of knowledge. How do you feel that anyone to do something? By sharing the impression, it will actually have you remember. Have you how do you feel that? Anybody want to try? No, nobody. Okay, yeah. The next page. So when you go to school, what we learn? When we learn information, right? When in school, you know, learn knowledge, right? Informative. Learn information. When we learn math, we learn English and science, we learn how to do business. We get more information. When we wanna get paid more, we go and we get a new certificate, we new license, we get more information. Informative knowledge get alive to survive to advance, right? Or we all know what knowledge. However, you step by look, this all of that knowledge actually make me happy. This all is learning happy like correlating the to since college, since high school, since the training, professional work. Knowledge actually make me happy. It's a really getting me where I really want a life. So instead of informant to learn informative knowledge, but I want to call you test a type of knowledge. It is called trend for my knowledge, and that's why it's a promise at the end of the sharing we will work after here being transformed. Be transform me, how we train some way. Okay, maybe in your mind has trained, maybe some part of train, maybe your state of the motion train, and for some people physically train. Okay, okay. So what are we doing here to transformative knowledge learning? Right? How did you feel just by hearing that? Who like this say something? How do you feel when you say to you learning transformative knowledge and is an informative knowledge? Any impressive? All right. Yes, right. Okay. Yes, that's great, student. I mentioned enjoy learning. What you want to do that you get a state of relaxation in peace. Don't try too hard. Okay. So okay, Senator, when you talk about transformative, let's begin with a picture. Picture of is a small person. Okay. Imagine a small person is. Let me see. Right. Can you start? Yeah. Okay. That's a small person is sitting inside a cool or something yourself. And the cell put it is okay. Lots of a lots of layer, proponent a lots of layer, six layer, layer and layer. You want to try the color of pack of 6 different color. Representing 6 different layer. This one to layer. The layer very thin, thick. And what I do with this little Jolie and what a romance together is we are going to have this person grow up. Okay. So let's say a bigger person. Okay. Big head, big body, big arm, big leg, big eye to see better, big nose, big mouth. Okay. Hair and feather, big arm. Okay. And big belly. Okay. Have this person grow up. Okay. And that is a process called transformation. Transformation. Now remember the idea informative knowledge, the transformative knowledge, another image I want to call, into your hand. In image of a caterpillar, a little worm, a caterpillar, a little girl, living tree success, and a caterpillar eat. What happened to a cat when it eat? It is just bigger. What a caterpillar eat to get bigger? That's like acquired informative knowledge. You get bigger. You get more knowledge. The caterpillar get either eat or get bigger. However, at some point, that caterpillar had to stop eating the same kind of food. It had to go into a cocoon, and then through the process breaking out of the cocoon, will the caterpillar turn into butterfly? To do that, it will already go to like it just acquire informative knowledge to like caterpillar bigger and bigger. That's fine. Most people do with all the outline, but they don't stop eating the same kind of food and do something that could put us into a mode where we break out of the shelf. then we not able to turn into butterfly, you know, fly away in the free and warm the world. It is one image to you can another. Okay. The thing is with the caterpillar to turn into a butterfly, there are some challenges because the shell, the cocoon is very thick. The cocoon is thick, and it turned out that the white people who have comparative knowledge have shown that there no shell around it that come to human life or appearance are called. They are called self-limiting, self-limiting. Oh, where? Live. An ability to break out to yourself and growing and fly away and be free and be happy and be wealthy. Okay, and what are these stabilizing self-awareness? One of them is called self-trivialization. Self trivial trivialization. We think about yourself just good. We think about yourself ordinary and normal people. And so we never have a better image about yourself. A caterpillar who thinks himself only is a caterpillar will never bother to try and break out of the cell and become a butterfly. Right? So the trivialization over the here at being something totally different. Okay? So trivialization is one of the self-limiting self-awareness. Some teachings for that is that limiting belief by yourself. Okay, next one. Here another shell that we need to break out of. It is fear of failure, failure, failure. We fail and we try and we hurt and we try and we fail and it's hurt and we don't want to get hurt again. And so we stop flying. And therefore a caterpillar and stay inside and never wake out and become butterfly. And person say inside yourself and never really good, never really mature. Okay. Another one is a fear or criticism. Fear of criticism. Jen, have you ever been criticized anybody? And if you tell your family member that I want to do business, I want to start a new purchase. When do we say that? criticism, never try. And maybe that is try and they get criticized and it hurt. And so don't try anymore. Until you go back into yourself, comparison with it limiting. It's a comparison, protect yourself. It's great to help us survive. Help our ego feel say it a result we don't grow, we don't mature. Okay, feel criticism. Another one is the lack condition. I was born poor, so have no money, therefore no need to think about investing. I don't not speak English, so I can take it to write the reply English, right? But some people were born without eyes and ear. Yes, those people don't seem to let a lack of condition prevent them from rules they want. Or it not be lack of condition that's limited in our present setup limited. That is a never big. Later of the for yourself, not inventing from achieving some. Okay, let's see it. Next one. Similarly is lack of knowledge. Maybe you have a dream of visiting another country, but you don't know how to speak the language. You don't know how to do this, do that. So you never try. Maybe we have a dream of starting a new project and new business, but we don't know how, so we don't try. And most importantly, so let me see. Number 6, lack of future vision. Fear vision. We don't see our future being any different. It's within today, and therefore with no more effort. In fact, if tomorrow look the same as today, it's next week, next month, next year look the same as a day today, then with no effort to making it a train, right? What yet if today look the same as yesterday and we same with last week, last one, last year, and relax of our life happen really train us on. And the only way to train to have any future vision that is different better than is today. Right? So these are the 6 barriers or 6 soul limiting awareness to preventing human beings transforming and mature and be the growth person. Okay? And so this knowledge sharing methodology and design to do this, design to have Earth break out of the self, so we can autonomously grow and transform and become a person. And that is called, that's called maturity. Maturity. Legally speaking, and out of 18 years old, right? Legally speaking, and stay in the world is can your own, and you can considered. But you know that some atoms are still maybe. You can become a that's all, but you might never become a 40-year-old mature person unless we break out of this comparison. Okay, and this limiting belief or this self-limiting self-awareness. Never imagery that I could never you imagine you had a rocket chase. A rocket chase you want to fly to like a little flower and never had the potential a lot of power and imminence. And the rocket ship want to try portfolio why grow fast, but the rocket ship is being held down by 6 trains. The train of self with organization of fear, failures, fear, less confident, less solid, future vision. This train are holding out rocket, and then we got. By the way, even if you cut 1 or 2 trains, still held of them, and the only one we are able to remove all 16, that the rocket profile will go very fast, right? So how do you feel so far now we have? In order THİU, what your imagery is? Anybody impression? Let's do a very formal prostitution. And run up you still on your camera with your letter say any barriers of user self have overcome or remove. And so the next one is very important. The inventor why we somehow recreated a barrier process. So let's make track my note. So back to the enjoy learning. Let me just write another one. Okay, Orion enjoy learning. Enjoy learning. And are they to enjoy learning? What you want to do is have 3 ways of being. 3 ways of being. Number 1, be at peace. Number 2, be made. Not be most. But be generous, be challenging, accepting of yourself. We make appearance of past. We may have experienced pain of suffering in past, but it's okay. At this moment, it's okay to be a magnanimous with yourself. And number 3, be grateful. Okay. Still in life. Alive and okay. We are grateful that we had this opportunity to sit and talk about ideas and share knowledge about health and happiness. Be grateful for our family member and whoever is taking on the burden of what responsibility we need to, so that we can have the time to share and okay, we be grateful, be magnanimous, and be grateful. That's as all of lesson. Anyone have a question for me? If nobody have a question, we uh, finish the lecture in here. Grateful, and thank you for listening. Goodbye.